Next natin na scenario sa pag-uusapan is we have the accept or reject as special sales order. So, for this, meron tayong usual na sales transactions, but there may come a situation na merong customer that will offer us an special sales order. So, parang ang option is either bibili siya ng sobrang daming units from us. So, bibili siya in bulk o kaya naman is customized, no, yung bibili niya sa atin. So from the usual na product na binebenta natin, pwedeng as part of the special sales order is may ipapamodify siya from the product na binebenta natin. Then yun yung bibili niya from us, no. So magkaibang scenario siya. So like if yung una that they will buy bulk number or big volume, no, ng product from us. So ang possible na maging usapan doon is mm, the selling price for that sales order can be lower than the usual na selling price natin. Tama ba? Kasi usually, yun naman yung alam natin, 'di ba? So kapag bibili tayo ng mas marami, manghingi tayo ng discount, no, from the seller, 'di ba? So yun yung usual na scenarios natin. So that can be one of the scenarios that we can have in this accept or reject a special sales order. But another one nga, as I'm saying earlier, it can be a special order wherein there is a modification request from our customer, no? So for that naman, kung merong modification request, ang usual na in-expect natin is the cost can be higher than the usual cost natin to produce the product. Kasi from the usual production cost natin or manufacturing cost natin, we will incur some additional na mga materials pa, some additional na mga labors pa, di ba? Because of the customization na na-request ni customer. Pero kasabay din nun, mag increase yung cost natin. But we can charge our client with a higher price, 'di ba? Since customized 'yun. So since may dagdag ka na pinagawa sa akin from the usual product na binebenta ko, then expect that I will charge you for the additional cost that I incur because of that, 'di ba? So yun lang naman. So for accept or reject the special sales order, the consideration that we can have is we can compute for the incremental profit, no? So simply compute natin kung magkano yung madadagdag sa atin na revenue if ever man na madadagdagan o kaya kung mababawasan, edi mababawasan. Then let's also compute kung magkano yung magiging incremental cost or additional expense na gagastusin natin, no? As long as the bottom line is still profitable, or mas mataas yung changes in the revenue from the changes in the cost, then we can accept our special sales order, no? Pero on the other hand, if naging negative yung bottom line natin or nagkaroon tayo ng net loss because of that special sales order, then we have to choose to reject that special sales order. Okay? So other factors lang that we can consider is the possible competition. So of course, there are some cases wherein kapag yung special sales order is hindi natin in-accept, sayang naman kasi baka yung customers mapunta to the other to the competitors natin, no? While on the other hand, there can be a scenarios wherein okay lang kahit mawala siya. Wag lang mawala yung mga usual na customer na natin. So possible kasi na wala na tayong idle capacity wherein the only way para ma-accept natin yung special sales order nung bagong customer is to give up some of our old customers, no? So for that, ganun, yun yung considerations. Afford mo ba na mawala yung regular customers mo and accept the special sales order, or mas okay para sa atin na i-retain na lang yung mga usual na mga customers natin and wag na nating tanggapin yung special sales order, no? So yeah, we're going to talk about this in the next few slides, no? So for illustration ng actual transaction na pwedeng mangyari is we have here Antonia Company, no? So for Antonia Company, they produces a single product. The cost of producing and selling a single unit of this product at the company's normal activity level of 50,000 units per month is as follows. So dito given yung kanyang mga direct materials, direct labor, variable overhead, at saka variable selling and admin at a per unit cost. Naka per unit tong mga to. Tapos yung fixed overhead tsaka yung fixed selling and admin is a total amount na siya per month. Okay? So, ayan. The normal selling price of the product is at 75 pesos per unit. Then, usual daw, may activity level tayo na 50,000. Pero, there's a special order or we receive an order that has been received nga daw from an overseas customer for 3,000 units to be delivered this month at a special discount price of 65 pesos per unit. So, meron tayong overseas customer, nag-order siya sa atin ng 3,000 units. Parang malaki naman to out of the total 50,000, no? So, kung one-time purchase lang siya, na ganun kadami kaagad, then special sales order nga siya, no? To be delivered this month, tapos yung price, since marami siyang bibilin, is binigyan natin ng discount. Instead of the usual selling price of 75, 65 pesos per unit na lang natin ibibigay sa kanya. This order would have no effect on the company's normal sales and would not change the total amount of company's fixed cost. So, kapag inaccept daw natin to, hindi naman daw mababago yung ating capacity and hindi rin madadagdagan yung fixed overhead cost natin tsaka fixed selling and admin expenses natin. Now, the variable selling and admin expense would be 0.3 pesos less per unit on this order than the normal sales. So, ang magiging changes lang, yung manufacturing cost natin is still the same, but the variable selling and admin cost is from 1.9, mababawasan daw to ng 0.3 or magiging 1.6 na lang yung ating variable selling and admin expenses because of this. Kasi siguro ayun, since hindi na natin need ng masyadong maraming marketing expenses or delivery kasi all at once na yung delivery ng buong 3,000 units, no? So baka mabawasan nga yung ating yung ating variable selling and admin expenses. Okay? So, yeah, we have to decide whether we're going to accept or reject this special sales order and why. Yun yung ating magiging decision. Na? Okay, let's proceed. Ano yung mga kailangan natin to solve this problem that we have? So as stated earlier, no, we can just determine the incremental revenue. Magkano yung madadagdag sa revenue natin? Magkano yung gagastusin natin to accommodate that sales? Then magkano yung incremental profit or loss natin? So yan yung kailangan nating i-determine. No? So sige, computein muna natin yung ating incremental profit. So kung tatanggapin natin, no? Kung tatanggapin natin yung special sales order, so madadagdagan yung ating revenue. By how much? Magkano yung madadagdag sa revenue? So kung tatanggapin natin yung special sales order, makakabenta nga tayo ng 3,000 and kada isang unit is mabibenta natin at 65 pesos per unit. Magkano yan? That is 195 ba? Paki-confirm naman. 195, no? Yep. So 195,000 pesos, 3,000 units times 65 pesos per unit. While on the other hand, ano yung mga cost na gagastusin natin? Yung incremental lang, no? Kung magkano yung naging additional cost na na-incur natin. So incremental cost lang. So syempre, madadagdagan yung DM cost natin, madadagdagan din yung DL tsaka variable overhead natin na cost on a per unit rate nila respectively. Yung variable nga, madadagdagan din yung cost natin sa variable expenses. Pero instead of having a cost of 1.9 per unit, ang magiging increase lang is 1.6 pesos per unit. No? So yung fixed overhead, tsaka fixed selling and admin, wala naman nga daw mababagong or madadagdag sa cost na yan. No? It will still be the same. Whether i-accept natin yung special sales order or hindi. Okay? So, magkano yung mga incremental cost natin? So, simply compute na lang muna natin yung total cost per unit natin. Pwede ba? So, that is 32.5 plus 7.2 plus 1.3. Is that 41? Hindi, sorry. 41 plus yung 1.6. That is 42.6. No? So, the cost per unit is at 42.6. Tapos, need natin tong i-multiply by the 3,000 units na pinag-uusapan natin. So, magkano yung cost nito? 127,800. So, thank you very much. So, madadagdagan yung cost natin ng 127,800. Okay, nakuha naman ng lahat. So, that is 42.6 na additional cost. Puro variable na lang yung consider natin. Kasi ulitin nga natin, sinabi naman sa problem na hindi madadagdagan yung ating fixed cost. No? Pati yung fixed selling and admin. So, kaya yung variable lang yung madadagdagan. Then, kunin na lang natin yung incremental or yung net amount ng profit or loss na makukuha natin. So, it will have a net of, ilan to? 62,500, 67, 200. Yan, sige, tama. So we have a net income or increase in profit natin, 'di ba? Increase in profit na 67,200. So since kapag inaccept natin yung special sales order, magkakaroon siya ng increase in profit na 67,200. So ang decision natin is to just accept na natin, 'di ba? So accept na natin kasi madadagdagan naman yung ating income, no? Uy, meron pala. So ito pala, no? We have 67,200 incremental profit na na-compute natin kanina. Okay. So dito kanina wala masyadong tayong ginawa na kakaiba kasi ayan, etong problem naman nito is meron naman tayong excess capacity, no? Or meron tayong unsold units na available na pwede nating ibenta, ipang-accommodate doon sa special sales order. Sa next scenario natin, we have here naman an accept or reject na special sales order, pero dito wala tayong excess capacity, no? So, paano nangyayari yun na walang excess capacity? So, nangyayari nga yun if lahat ng product na pinoproduce natin is nabebenta na natin lahat externally to our usual customers, no? So, before pa pumasok itong special sales order, alam na natin kung kanino natin dadalhin yung mga product na pinoproduce natin. Okay? So, ayan, ang magiging usapan dito is the only way para ma-accommodate natin yung special sales order is dapat mawala yung um, merong tayong usual customer na hindi natin bebentahan, no? So i-give up natin yung customers natin na yon para ma-accept yung special sales order. Okay? So ganun yung magiging usapan. So let's have this problem. Conrada Company sells Nokia N99 at a price of 27 pesos per unit. N99's cost per unit are as follows. So we have here our DMDL variable overhead. Itong tatlo yung variable while we have a fix of 6,600 pesos per unit for a total per unit cost of 22,500 pesos. Meron daw special sales order na may umorder sa atin ng 1,000 units galing kay Marcy Wholesalers, a well-known cellphone dealer based in Cavite. Additional shipping costs for this sale are 3,000 pesos per unit. So kapag binenta natin sa kanya yung unit, may gagastusin tayo na additional na 3,000 pesos per unit. Na? Then, for that, the requirements are to compute for the minimum selling price per unit if full na daw yung capacity. That is, ito yung problem talaga, no? So, wala tayong excess capacity. So, ano yung mangyayari, guys, if wala na tayong capacity? Paano ba? Indifference point kasi yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. So, since minimum selling price, so we can accept a minimum selling price basta in a point na hindi tayo malulugi. Tama ba? Or at least break even tayo. Kung magkano yung gastos natin, yun din yung marireceive natin. No? Or kung magkano yung kinikita natin dati, ganun pa rin yung kikitain natin. So, yun yung idea natin. Okay? So, for the first one, we're in operating na tayo at full capacity. So, parang ang idea is, lahat ng napoproduce natin is nabebenta na natin. So, kung nabebenta na natin siya lahat, magkano tong variable cost natin? So, we can get a total of all the variable cost na meron tayo. So, 7,500 plus 3,900 plus 4,500, that is 12. 15,900 per unit. So 27,000 yung ating selling price. Then we have a cost of 15,900 pesos per unit. Then we can say we have a contribution margin per unit of 11,100 pesos. Okay? So thank you sa pag-reply. So, yung CM na 11,100, kung at full capacity tayo, so sabi natin, secured na rin yan kasi nabebenta na natin talaga yung product, di ba? So, parang as at the current status natin, uh, kaya na nating ibenta yung product at 27,000. Nare-recover na natin yung variable expense. Nagkakaroon pa tayo ng contribution margin na 11,100. Yan yung current state. So, kung at full capacity na tayo, yan yung current state. Kailangan nating um, i-give up yung 1,000 units na binibenta natin sa normal customer natin. So parang ang magiging usapan is mawawalan ka ng sales na 27,000, no? Pero mawawalan ka rin ng variable cost na 59, but all in all, 'yon, parang effect niya is mawawalan ka ng CM na 11,100 pesos kapag ginive up mo yung regular customer mo. So, yung CM is magi-give up din natin. Okay? Ayun. Sige, if we're already, actually for this, no, for the minimum selling price, sige, parang transfer pricing lang kasi to. So, kung minimum selling price yung pinag-uusapan, the minimum selling price can be computed by using the variable cost per unit. So, parang ideally, kung magkano naman yung ginagastos mo for the variable cost per unit, yun yung amount na pwede mo siyang ibenta at a least, no? Kasi yun lang naman yung need mong i-recover, particularly kung above the break-even point ka na. Basta hindi nagne-negative yung contribution margin mo, hindi ka na magkakaroon ng loss, no? So yun yung idea. So the amounts that needs to be recovered is the variable cost per unit. Then also, if mayroon tayong additional cost na gagastusin, that will be topped up to the cost na gagastusin mo. So, aside from the variable cost per unit, i-charge mo rin kung magkano yung additional cost na gagastusin mo. Then also, kung magkano man yung CM na mawawala sa'yo, if ever na wala kang capacity and i-give up mo yung capacity para ma-cater yung need ng special sales order. No? So, ito yung mawawalang contribution margin. So, dapat ma-recover mo rin yan kasi parang may kita ka na sana kaso mawawala pa. No? So, bawiin mo sa kanya kasi nabenta mo na dapat yun eh. So, consider mo as if nabenta mo na, ipapasalo mo sa kanya. 'Di ba? Parang ganun yung usapan. Sige, instead na sa kanya ko ibenta, sa'yo ko na lang ibebenta. No? So, kung magkano yung kita mo doon sa isang regular customer mo, kuhain mo from that special sales order. So, itong tatlong cost yung kinoconsider natin to compute for the minimum selling price. Now, so if we're going to consider this na calculations to compute for the minimum selling price in this problem, so the amounts that we can get is for the variable cost per unit, we have a variable cost per unit of 15,900 pesos. We have a CM lost. So yung CM na mawawala sa atin is 11,100 kada isa. Pero 1,000 units yun, di ba? Pero paghahatian din ng 1,000 units. Pero yun, basta naglokohan lang tayo. Wala, 11,100 din yan. Pero later on kasi makikita mo, mag-iiba yung amount na nandyan. So kapag hindi lahat is parang partly lang yung mawawalang capacity. Well, dito muna tayo. So 11,100 yung CM per unit na kailangan nating ipa-recover. Then, we have additional cost na pinag-uusapan dito of 3,000 pesos per unit na which is ito. Okay? So, yan. I think yan lang yung need natin from here. So, if Conrada is already operating at full capacity, the minimum selling price that we can charge Marcy for this special sales order will be at 30,000 pesos per unit kapag kinompute natin to. Na? So, the variable cost plus the CM loss per unit plus any additional cost na gagastusin natin. So, yun lang yung basic calculation that we can do for that. Now, pero if we still have the full capacity, so kung at full capacity naman tayo, syempre wala tayong mako-compute na CM loss per unit kasi walang mawawala na CM, 'di ba? Kasi meron ka pa namang capacity na pwedeng or sobrang inventory na pwedeng ibenta to Marcy, no? So, ang i-consider mo lang kapag meron kang excess capacity is itong dalawa lang. 15,900 na variable cost plus 3,000 na additional cost. The minimum selling price is at 18,900 pesos, no? So, yan yung answer for letter A and letter B. Meron pala dito. Okay? So, continuing it, gamitin natin tong problem na to. So, what if, no? So, instead of sa letter A, full capacity siya, and sa letter B, meron siyang excess. Ganito na lang, no? Gawin natin letter C. Kunwari, ang excess capacity na lang natin is 400 units lang. Okay? Kung ang excess capacity, what if ang excess capacity natin is 400 units lang? So, kunin pa rin natin tong gantong computation, no? So, itong part na to. Ito pa rin yung gamitin natin. So, if 400 lang yung excess capacity mo, ang mga gagastusin mo is, we have variable cost per unit, nandiyan naman yan, 5,900. We have additional costs na 3,000 pesos. No? So, ang last na lang na kailangan natin computein is the CM per unit natin. CM lost per unit. Magkakaroon ba tayo dito ng CM lost? Analyze natin. No? So, dito sa scenario letter C na pinag-uusapan natin is 400 lang daw yung excess capacity. So, ibig sabihin, itong 400, kahit ibenta mo, okay lang. No? Wala kang regular customer na need mong i-give up dito sa 400 units. No? Pero, since ang in-order ni Marcy is 1,000 units, so meron kang 6,000 units, 600 units na. So, meron kang remaining na 600 units na hindi mo pa alam kung saan mo kukunin. Pero, ang option mo na lang na pagkukuhaan is kunin mo from the existing customer mo. No? So, kung yung 600 units is kukunin mo from the existing customer mo, mawawalan ka ng CM. Magkano yung mawawalang CM sa'yo? Ang mawawalang CM sa'yo is kada isang product na binibenta mo, may CM ka na 11,100. Mawawala yung 600 units, no? Ng 600 units from the regular customers mo. So, ang total CM na mawawala sa atin is 11,100 multiplied by 600, or that is a total na CM of 6.6 million pesos. Pero, i-divide mo yan by 1,000 units kasi sasaluhin yan ng buong 1,000 units kasi, no? So, divided by 1,000 units. So, ang CM loss per unit na lang natin is 6,660. Na? So, ang CM loss per unit natin in this scenario is 6,660. So, kapag in-add mo yan from the 3,000 na additional cost tapos yung ating 15,900 na variable cost, so ang magiging minimum selling price natin will be at 25,560. So, hindi ka pa rin lugi, na? So, hindi pala. Minimum pa lang pala yan. So, at that, break-even ka from the usual transactions na meron ka. No? So, need mong itaas from that para magkaroon ka ng additional sales or additional income. Okay? So, yan yung possible na isa pang mangyari. But, this computation of having the variable cost plus the additional cost plus CM loss per unit can be used, no? This approach can be used to compute for the minimum selling price. Pero I think may isa pang approach ako naiisip for this, no? Pero ito yung mas preferred ko kasi mas maiksi siya, shortcut. Yung isa kasi, um, paano ba? Medyo okay din naman siya. More on the usual lang, 'no? Paano ba? Okey, sige ganito. Hmm, hmm, sige. Ito yung isang approach na naisip ko, 'no? So, kunwari sa letter A, operating at full capacity ka na daw. So, ibig sabihin hindi ka na puwedeng mag-produce ng additional na product, 'no? So, kung ano yung existing na meron ka, yun lang yung ibebenta mo. Pero since at full capacity ka na, so parang lahat ng product na meron ka, kaya mo nang ibenta to the outside party. So which is, as of now nga, kung nabebenta mo lahat ng product mo to the outside party, meron kang 11,100 na CM kada isa. Tapos, 1,000 units lang yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. No? So, ang magiging CM mo is 11,100,000 pesos. So, ito dapat yung meron ka na net income or CM. No? So, kahit anong mangyari, kapag magko-compute ka ng minimum selling price later on, dapat ang maging total mo is 11,100 pa rin yung net amount. Parang ganyan siya. Um, Sige, from this, dapat ang bottom line natin is 11,100. Yan yung net income natin later on. Tapos, para ma-compute niya, nasa taas yung ating sales. Tapos, meron tayong variable cost. Tapos, meron tayo nung additional shipping cost. Ito yung gastos natin dito. So parang idea ko, initially, nung binebenta mo sa labas yung product, meron kang bottom line na 11,100. So dapat ngayon, magko-compute ka ng selling price. Pero dapat, pag yun yung selling price, ang bottom line mo pa rin is 11,100. So parang, from this bottom line 11,100, work up natin kung magkano yung sales. Tapos divide mo by 1,000. Dapat ang mako-compute mo is itong 30 pesos per unit, 30,000 pesos per unit. Now, so like, kunwari dito, ano ba yung mga expenses na kino-consider natin? So, ang expenses na kino-consider natin is may variable cost ka na 5,900 kada isa times 100, times 1,000. So, that is 15,900. Tapos, meron kang shipping cost na 3,000 kada isa times 1,000 units yon. So, that is, kano yan? 3 million pesos. So kapag in-add up mo tong tatlong to, from 11,100 plus 3 million, 14,100 plus 59, that is 30 million pesos divided by 1,000 units. So that is 3,000 pesos, 30,000 pesos per unit nga. No? So, sige, hindi natin ma-appreciate masyado kasi sir, plain lang naman yung problem. Sige, dito tayo sa letter C. Yan yung gamitin natin. No? So, sa letter C tayo. Sa letter C, may excess capacity tayo na 400. Maglagay lang ako ng blank space. Saan kaya pwede? Dito na lang. So, sa scenario letter C, so parang originally, um, nakabenta na tayo ng 1,000 sa labas to the outside party. Tapos, pumasok may special sales order, bumibili siya ng 1,000. So, itong 1,000, yung 400, pwede mong kunin from excess capacity. Pero yung 600, kukunin mo dito sa 1,000. No? So, pwedeng ganito. Cost. So, magkano lang ba yung mga yung usual na meron ka from here, no? So, kung okay, wait lang. Okay, sige. So, kung itong 1,000 lang yung pinag-uusapan natin, so dapat nga ang bottom line natin is 11,100 11,100,000 pesos. So, kung ito lang, no? Pero, now, meron tayong additional na 1,000 units, pero 400 yung sa excess capacity, tapos yung 1,000, yung 600 galing dito sa 1,000, no? So, yan. So, if ever, sige, dapat makuha natin to, 11,100,000 yung bottom line, no? Tapos, we can say na as of now, ang total na binibenta talaga natin is 1,400 units. No? So, as of now, ang binibenta na talaga natin is 1,400. Kasi, ang from this 1,000, ang excess capacity mo na lang talaga naman is 400. So, a total of 1,400. Pero out of this 1,400, yung 1,000 is mapupunta na sa special order. Yung 400 is yun na lang yung nasa regular sales, no? Which is yung regular sales is may presyo na siya, that is 27,000 pesos per unit. So, ito kasi supposed to be yung buong 1,000, 27,000 pesos per unit. Pero kukunin mo nga dun yung 600. So, ang matitira na lang at that price is 27,000 pesos. Okay? So, yan. So, we already have the sales. Yung sales natin is yung nanggaling dito, which is hindi pa natin alam kung magkano yun nandyan for the 1,000 units. Pero meron din tayong another portion of sales para dito, which is 400 times 27,000 pesos. Magkano yan? 1 million 8? 10,800,000 ba? Paka-check nga. 27,000 pesos times 400. 10,800,000. 1,800,000. 1,080,000. Yung sales natin from here, no? Tapos yung variable cost natin, same lang naman, yung 1,400 is a variable cost of 15,900 kada isa. So 15,900 at 1,400. Eto magkano to? At 10.8 daw yung isa. Sige. 10,800,000. Etong 15,900 times 1,400. Magkano yung total variable cost from here? 22,260. Tapos, aside from this, meron pa tayong shipping cost. For this 1,000 units, itong 1,000 lang yung may shipping cost, pero itong 400, wala na tong shipping cost. No? So, ang shipping cost natin is 3 million pesos. Hindi ko na alam kung tama tong ginagawa ko, pero yun lang yung idea ko. No? So, dapat ang bottom line niya pa rin is still at 11.1 million pesos. Tapos, ang difference guys is yung sales natin, 1,400 yung total na binebenta natin. Kasi originally nga, meron tayong 1,000 na capacity. Pero, ang naging additional lang na excess natin is 400. Pero out of that 1,400, yung 1,000 is i-consider natin as part of the special sales order. Tapos the remaining na units is yun na lang yung galing sa regular sales. So, parang ganon. So, ayan. Ang sales natin, dalawa yung portion, yung nanggaling sa sales order, pero hindi pa natin alam kung magkano yung total kasi nga, hinahanap pa natin kung magkano yung minimum price na pwedeng ilagay dito. Then, the sales from the 400 units is at the regular price of 27,000 pesos, which is a total sales of 10.8 million pesos. Then, yung cost natin includes the variable cost of 1,400 units times 15,900 kada isa. And we also have the shipping cost, which is only applicable for the special sales order. No? Sige, from this, add back natin 'to, from 11,100, add back natin yung 3,000, add din natin 'tong 22,260, ta's minus natin yung 10.8 million pesos. So magkano yung matitirang sales natin for the regular, for the special sales order. So that is at 25,460 daw. Divided by 1,000 units, dapat kada isa is mabenta natin at 25,460, which is, iba, kulang ng 100. Ah, may mali ba sa kanina? 560. 59,143. 22,560 ba? Okay, okay. Same daw, same. 25,560 pala. 25,560. Yan, same na siya. Okay? Kasi na-compute natin kanina for this is 25,560 per unit ito. Yan, yun lang yung idea. Ito yung isang approach na naisip ko, no? So, yan. So, para makuha yung minimum selling price, dapat walang mabago at that level. Yan, no? O kaya, hindi ko lang sure kung may problem dito na what if gusto mong magkaroon ng additional profit from the special order of 400 pesos per unit. So, ang gagawin mo is from the minimum selling price, mag-add ka ng 400, no? O kaya from this variable cost plus additional cost plus CM, dagdag mo kung magkano yung additional profit na gusto mo or desired profit mo, no? Plus desired profit, no? Hindi ko lang sure kung may ganung problem. Plus desired profit per unit. Okay? So, yun yung magiging formula mo. Yeah, dalawang approach na tong ginawa natin. So, any question for that? Wala na ba? Basic lang ata. Okay, sige. Yan. Actually, dito na lang din ako nag-end kanina from the other class. So, yan. Since for the meantime lang naman tong online class natin. Actually, today nga lang kasi next week is babalik naman na tayo to face-to-face kasi nga nag-request naman na kami ng face-to-face class next again, 'di ba? So, next week face-to-face naman na tayo. So, next week na lang natin itutuloy yung ibang scenarios na meron tayo. Okay? Then, yun nga, pakidala na lang din yung lecture on the transfer pricing aside from this lecture na meron tayo dito. Kasi isasama natin yung transfer pricing in this discussion. Okay? Yeah, 5:30 pa rin naman tayo next week. Balik tayo dun sa original schedule. Yeah. Original schedule tayo, hindi naman tayo mag-change ng time. So parang pinayagan lang kami na mag-round pa rin ng class aside from the announcement. Kahit yung time niya is hindi 7 to 10. Basta yung regular na schedule natin. Marami nag-request na prof, so baka hindi lang nag-a-announce pa yung iba. But like for us, kaming mga second year na prof, lahat kami na may Saturday na second year, nag-request kami. So I think si Sir Jeff is nag-request din naman ng face-to-face, tapos si Sir Ryan, tapos alam ko marami. So wait nyo na lang din yung announcement ng ibang prof nyo sa subject nyo if mag-change na kayo to face-to-face this week. Parang April 15 ata yung start. So, sa Monday. Ayan. Sino ba prof niya dito? Sir Pat, Sir Jeff, Sir Ryan, Ma'am Sherer. Si Attorney Aison hindi nag-request. So, ano pa ba? Anim prof niya, di ba? Ayun, anim. Yeah. Okay. Sige, if wala ng question, wait lang, mag-screenshot muna uli ako kasi iba ng sure tayo.
Sir, pwede daw po makahingi ng PowerPoint.
Yung ginamit natin ngayon, ibibigay ko. Sige.
Thank you, sir.
Sige,